putting it in iCloud on my Zoom account, and I'll upload some portion of it later. But as I was saying, we are this living essence. The paradigm is shifting moment to moment. We're shifting from a fear-based paradigm, a fear-based realm of existence, into a non-fear base. That means we hear from our higher self what we are to do. Our higher self speaks the language of integrity. Our higher self speaks the language of beauty. Our higher self speaks the language of understanding, overstanding, understanding, well, however you want to say it. It is doing exactly what it's supposed to do. It intends to be that. So we have to operate more so in our spiritual, metaphysical body, spiritual mindset, spiritual heart set, in order to keep the new paradigm wide open. See, we keep this new paradigm wide open. Nothing is stopping divinity's progress, because divinity was here first. Gaia was here first, known as Sophia was here first, before the presence of man as a thought dropped out of the ethers into the physical plane. So people can't change something that is not meant for them to change. It is not for them to change. We just continue to express. We continue to be ourselves, express our beauty, our peace, our harmonic peace, express ourselves in a way so that we are heard all the time. And sooner or later, we graduate and become telepathic, and it's heard. Somebody will be able to sit down and write on a piece of paper, and the other person will receive it. Why? Because they'll channel out the message on a piece of paper. They will have received it. And these new force fields cannot be shifted, disturbed, or changed. These force fields that are descriptive and felt and seen with the internal eye cannot be shifted or manipulated by someone externally with a man-made tool. It's not going to work. We are all freedom seekers, and we are all revealers of the light. Every last one of us. That includes those who are lost, who want to try to manipulate everybody, who want to steal from everybody. No, they're really stealing from themselves. In the end, they are stealing from themselves. When it's time for them to leave this planet, it's not going to be easy for them to leave. Why? Because the angelic realm will stand up and say, hey, you can't go anywhere right now. You got to sign this document that you came into this world with an opportunity to be positive, decided along the way that you're going to be negative. Well, buddy, can't do it. This says now you walk over into another like world, like 3D world, and you'll live out your days over there rebalancing yourself. And in that world, it could take thousands of years. But in this higher aspect of living, it's like that. Because we are living, breathing the spirit of grace, one of the highest infinite principles to be able to live. We shall continue to grow and we shall continue to become. All these things are being presented to us all the time. Trillions of cells understand this all the time. We are the beauty and the harmony all the time. This is a moment of grace for ourselves in every moment, all the time. We can't be cheated out of anything because we are what? An expression of divine law breathing upon this earth. And we always shall be blessed by who we are. And those who are connected to us will be blessed as well. Yes. Those are limited, follow least resistance, or better yet, trying to sneak through the back door to steal something from people who have literally earned it and owned it from century to century, ancestor to ancestor, realm of consciousness to realm of conscious selves, will receive. See, what one wishes to go wrong for you goes wrong for them at the same time. What one wishes to go right for you goes right for them at the same time. That's why they say, watch what you say, you just might get it. Watch what you say against someone else, you'll get that too. Because that's how the universe is working. The universe is a place of great divinity, of great essence, of great love, of great grace. That's why we're supposed to get up in the morning and acknowledge the presence of that and who we are in relationship to that and what we're trying to figure out and solve. And then we just thank it because we know it's already been solved. We just have to now kind of get out of the way and just let it happen. And all we got to do is continue to plant the seeds of beauty, integrity, harmony, peace, harmonic peace, grace as divine grace, wellness, holistic speaking, however we want to phrase it. We have to plant the seeds of what we desire now in the present tense. The paradigm shift about grace as a paradigm is happening right now. It's not going to happen tomorrow. It didn't happen yesterday, but it did in a certain sense. But right now that I speak it, it's happening now. And you have the pleasure to receive the teaching now because you were drawn to this channel today, right now. And you were being persistent, like I had to be persistent to keep broadcasting right now. You are your divine true self right now. You are the most lovingness, kindest being to yourself right now. You are who you say that you are. You are who you think that you are. You are who you know that you are. You are aware in this moment that you are. And you're not backing up and you're not backing down. You're embracing the new paradigm called grace or divine grace right now. So go within and imagine, visualize you're like a chalice. You're wide open, and grace is being poured in every infinite direction into you. And it's cleansing you and it's elevating you and it's making your sight brighter. It's making your words clearer. It's making your heart pump more, yet you feel joy as it's pumping the blood, the life, the light of grace. You're feeling it, yet you are excited about the feeling. You are exactly who you are, living a new paradigm called grace divine or divine grace. That's who you are. And that then adds on even more things to you. You are the beauty and the harmony all at the same time. You are the I am presence in its different forms, and grace is one of them. And you're living this now. You're thinking it now. When you go to sleep at night, you're going to dream it in the present moment. So when you wake up, your dream world is in your physical world. When you go to sleep, your physical world is in your dream world, and you're living both at the same time. These different dimensions call us happening now. You can only be yourself. So if you say, I am beautiful, that's yourself. If you say, I am overflowing with integrity, that's yourself. If you say, I am divine grace in action, that's who you are. At that moment, that's who you are. You're totally, fully aware of it because you have stated it, which means you're bringing it into existence. You're planting that seed called grace in your life first, in you first, and then it shall what? Prosper you. It will overflow. You're the goblet that overflows. You don't become overwhelmed by it because if it overflows into your auric field, you're just receiving that much more of it. And it is then a continuous process. And you have not given up on anything. You just continue to be who you are. That's the beauty of this. You can only be yourself. You can't be the person next door, downstairs, nor upstairs. You greet somebody on the street, you cannot be them. They can only be themselves. You can only be yourselves. But we're all spiritual beings. We're all spirit. Just some choose to conquer others, which eventually conquers themselves, whether it's in this paradigm or another. It will happen to them because they're speaking law into existence. However, it's a negative law into existence. And when they speak it without them being in total agreement with it for themselves, they too shall experience it. So all the stuff we see in the world is a lot of people's hopes and dreams and negativity at the same time. And the people that say, well, this person is this person, and that's who I voted for, and you didn't vote for it don't matter who we voted for. What matters is what you see in the world, what is happening coming out of someone into this world, whether you voted for them or not. And if you are in agreement with negativity, so shall you experience the negativity because it will touch you as well. You're welcome. And I'm getting ready to sign off. I've been on here a long time. I don't know how long can Instagram give me. I think it gives me about an hour. So I think I've done about 2 hours. And I've struggled with this YouTube connection from my friend's connection to myself. So I'm going to thank all of you. Javita _9, Workout Rosie, thank you. Holly Hemmett, thank you. I know there are a few other people. Laylaw _77, thank you for being here in this moment today. Also, I know saw some other people about Melly E. Hall, thank you for being here today. She was the first one in. There's the Mental Lifestyle joined, thank you. Magi Stokes 83, thank you. So those of you who made it today, I think you could get other people to replay this through Instagram. So thank you so much. I'm going to sign off. I had a long night, a long day. It's going to be even longer. I got the weekend to teach and do. I just want to say thank you so much for following me here on Instagram and trying to follow me on YouTube. And I'm putting this up. I'm going to sign off of Instagram right now. And I'm going to continue to talk a little longer so I have a video to be uploaded into my Circle of Grace 1 YouTube channel. Everybody have a pleasant day. I know that one or two of you are ahead of us by at least 24 hours or 12 hours. So you're probably already enjoying Friday. I'll be enjoying Friday and you'll be enjoying Saturday. Thank you so much. As I always say, remember that divine grace is a blessing as we are alive and well in the age of remembrance. This is Circle of Grace 1 at Instagram. See you next week, everybody. Okay, so now I'm striving to do more on these channels because there's so many people that come on.
That type of thing. Rest is a good four-letter word. It's happened intermittently. But regardless of all of that, I am reminding you that right this moment, we're preparing for the Frequency Factor Masterclass. It's going to begin at 6 p.m. Pacific time, and it is absolutely free. It's going to be myself, the Reverend Julie Moret.
Yeah, I missed his.
It's going to be Dr. Afua, Queen Afua, I should say. Hoyle Webb, Dr. A white man, Lee Roberts in America.
So I just want you to know that I'm back here on my channel here for YouTube. Okay, I'm just sending a text to my niece here. I didn't forget anybody. So much going on. So I received a gift today and I can't wear them. They're a little too small, two sizes down. Yeah, two sizes too low for me. And that happens. So almost had an extra set. Well, anyway, just wanted to come on here and talk about this. And so I'm going to repeat it a little bit more. Today's topic on my Clear Blue Radiance channel, today, Thursday, March 27th, 2025, was entitled How to Live in the Paradigm Called Grace Now. Paradigm is not grace now, the paradigm is the word grace. And it was important for me to share this because this is something that's dear to me, not just because my late mother was named Grace. I know a lot of the women in my life named Grace, but because this is so much me, so much things that I'm striving for with myself. And I like to share what I receive and what I understand with others. So some of the concepts I was saying, I probably just said them a while ago, that we are alive right now. Our hearts radiate more energy than our brain. The cells in our brain, in our heart, in all of our organs, in our blood vessels, in our nerve system, in our molecular structure, atomic structure, right down into our bones, hair, teeth, nails. All of this is living. And as long as the heart is pumping, we are alive. The particles in the air carry energy in the form of information, and we receive it in every moment because we are all breathing it in. Men, women, children, dogs, cats, lizards, iguanas, ants, spiders, butterflies, worms, fish in the sea, birds in the air, other animals walking around on all fours. We're all breathing the same energy. We all are feeling the same energy. So if someone is agitated on one place, 3,000 miles, 10,000 miles, someone else picks it up. Because we're all a part of this infinite grid of light and energy. Even in so-called darkness, there is light and energy, and we can feel the language that it is speaking throughout the greater cosmos. We're not separated, we're not alone. We're not singled off, we're a part of something much bigger and much greater. So therefore, it is highly important that we continue to allow ourselves to be like this, huge chalice. We are a huge chalice of light. And when light is being poured in from all angles into us, we are more. We are so much more. We are infinite. We are not separated. So that's the problem. A lot of people on this earth are trying to separate everybody. And sometimes people can't help but be separated. Why? Because they're constantly being triggered. And people say, I wish people would stop talking about racism. Then stop the people who are creating racism. Because it's not the people who are the victims of racism. People need to look up those things where there's certain lakes that were created, but underneath those lakes were towns and cities of people who were victims of racism all over the place. I think there's one woman who was a child at the time of the Tulsa, Oklahoma riots. I think she's the one living person right now, probably in her 90s or 100 and something years old, the only child alive who experienced that in live, living color in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I'm not trying to make this a political channel. I'm just trying to say that grace is here now. The presence of the spirit of grace is here now. It will always be here now. It is loving and kind to us all right now. It is born of the spirit of humanity right now. That's grace. And I said before, some people wear it, but they're not it. Because behind closed doors, they're manipulating others. They're living a different way so that others cannot see their true way of living and being in the spirit of grace. Because when they're hiding, you're not in the spirit of grace. Grace wants to be seen. Grace wants to be heard. Grace can be like a lullaby and lull you off to sleep. Grace is in our breath, is in our thought, is in our consciousness of thinking, is in our subconscious self. It is in the image, the icon, the image, it's impregnated with energy. And we're sensing it through feeling, through our hands along the hairs on our skin and the cells embedded in our skin, our nerve system, our bloodstream, our vessels. Everything's in our blood. is in all the liquids in our body. Grace. It's real. This is why we meditate every day. It's important. Grace is real. Physical movement is a necessity. It's necessary. Grace will be an action. We circulate everything through our body, our brain, our nerve system, our bloodstream, and our saliva. Grace is embedded in us. You can't cut it out, don't matter what you try. It's in us. It blesses us. It blocks us off from negativity too. And people go, well, I'm going to willfully put it on. Well, you can willfully put it on me all you want. After I'm gone, you can't see it. Grace will function nonetheless. So, this title, How to Live in the Paradigm Called Grace Now, is you have to act on it now. You have to start feeling it now. You have to meditate upon it now. And then you start to feel it come through you now. You can raise both hands, stand up and feel it now. You can sit down and open up your palms, which tells your brain and your heart and all the billions and trillions of cells in you to open up toward it like the sun now. You start to feel it trickle in. The more you do it, the better it's going to get. People say, "Am my dog and cat gonna get it?" Yeah, they're already doing it because they're living in the moment. They're not thinking about next week. They're not thinking of what happened 3 days ago. They're not thinking about months ago. They're just thinking about now. They have if a dog or a cat is harmed by a human, that is not like what happened to them. It feels like to them now. So when they see the person and they feel their chi and they feel their sweat and they sense it, they equate it with their last experience. Cat will stay away from you or will be aggressive and attack you. Why? Because it has memory and it has feelings and emotions just like you do. Therefore, it's known now. You're here now, you're gonna do the same thing. So I'm gonna bring it to you now. They just know how to be. And those of you who have dogs and cats in your home, be kind to them. Don't be yelling and screaming at them. Be kind to them. So what? They urinate or poop on the floor. They're only doing it because of your energy. It's not their energy. It's your energy. Someone abused them. They're experiencing it again, and it's something that you're doing that brought it out again. So you have to be careful. You must be very careful. Everything is happening, is being repeated to you, is being shown to you, so that you do not repeat the negativity. You just allow yourself to become the greatest vision, the greatest version of yourself as the spirit of grace living through you, creating a new paradigm shift for yourself. If you allow yourself to live in the moment with divine grace embedded deeply inside of you, where you act on the presence of grace within you, your life will change. Different parts of your life will change. Everyone connected to you will change. And you will be who you say that you are, who you're striving to become. So this is just a tidbit. I'm going to bring out some more things later. I'm going to put some of my other clear blue radiances up in here so that you can experience them. I'm Brother Francis E. Revels-Bey. I'm the founder of the Circle of Grace One, like you see right there. The one is the first metaphysical and spiritual teacher in my life, the late great Mother Grace V. Delaney Revels. She was born Grace Virginia Delaney on August the 11th, 1918. She left these teachings indirectly with me, because she was my first spiritual and metaphysical teacher. I want you to have a great rest of your day and a great weekend. And remember that divine grace is a blessing as we're alive and well in the age of remembrance. Look forward to seeing you again. Take care now.